Maybe we'll just wait for this to fill up a bit more. But look at this. That is nice. Alright everybody, hello and welcome back to another episode of Transport Fever 2 in the free play mode with me, Spacefish, and welcome to our beautiful world here, where in the last episode we got this huge connection finally done to go and sell, well not sell, but move over a good bunch of clay out here to Broadstairs and St. Peter's in our effort to actually get some construction materials going to move over to that same very little town in order to hopefully get them growing a bit faster soon. So very nice there, and I think we've got another bunch of things on the list, but what I just wanted to say very quickly is you'll probably notice that last episode I did not, last week rather, I did not manage to bring out a new episode on the Transport Fever 2 campaign, and unfortunately, in my effort to clear up that bug that we had in the last episode of the campaign that we played where we didn't really manage to proceed, I somehow exploded all of Transport Fever 2's records of where we are in the campaign, and I'm still trying to fix it, and I know that it is fixable, but it doesn't just kind of want to get fixed right now, so it's a bit of a precarious situation right now, but rest assured that I'm trying to fix it, and hopefully we will be back for another episode of the Transport Fever 2 campaign in the next week then. But with that said, I'm pretty sure that at the end of last episode, one very major and important thing finally happened for us. That major and important thing being related to airports, because I think that we finally got a new model of airplane that we can use on our airplane line. And if you look at the amounts of people waiting for an airplane right here, you will easily be able to tell that that is probably a good thing. Because like there's 94 people waiting in Basingstoke for a plane, and I'm pretty sure those numbers are even worse in Space City, and holy moly has this world become laggy at this point. 91 too. But yeah, so pretty crazy numbers here indeed for that line, and I was very much looking forward to finally being able to change that about the place a bit. So, plane, Space City, Basingstoke, we've got 14 planes here for the amount of people that we're transporting. It's still not even close enough. We never looked at line profitability in this, by the way, did we? We've got plane Space City, 3 million. Quite a hefty number, especially considering that we're not transporting half the passengers. So, very nice there indeed, and hopefully we can improve on that even more now with some new airplanes. So we're currently running, no, we're not running the Junkers, we're running this Dornier America here with 5 cargo capacity, 175 top speed, and now we've got this new Junkers Ju-52, which seems a bit bigger and is probably also faster. Capacity 10. No! No! Why? Okay, so it transpires that I think this only carries cargo. Or does it also carry people? I'm kind of a bit confused, because this says all cargo and this says all. So I'm kind of somewhat hoping that we can use these. Because, I mean, it even has windows and everything, right? So, like, you would be thinking that you would be able to transport passengers in something like this. I mean, we don't have the money to replace them all at once anyway, so let's maybe do this. Let's find a plane that already has passengers in it, okay? And we're going to replace that very plane, like this one here, mid-flight, and either all the passengers is going to fall to their death, which is certainly not going to happen, or, well, we will just see if it kind of retains the passengers in cargo, or if it's just suddenly empty, basically. So, let's do that. Bonk. They're still in there. Okay, so I think that this means that technically this plane can transport all types of cargo plus passengers. So, good thing there. I was getting worried for a second, because that's actually kind of great. We've got a plane now that can go 25 kilometers an hour faster. It can transport like double the amount of passengers, which is quite significant, honestly. Yeah. It's going to be great. So we're going to replace as many as we can now. And then we're going to come back to the others later, basically. I think it's like, was it like 600k per plane? I think like we should, let's just do another, nope, that's too many. Let's do another 3, and then we'll come back to the others in a few seconds when we actually have the money. But yeah, I mean, honestly, this is going to improve the frequency on that line by quite a significant bit. The only thing, oh, wait. We just jumped up by like 8 mil. Good timing right there. But yeah, I guess the only risk on that was that while we still had the old planes, you know, there could be a bit of a clog up because the old planes are a bit slower than the new ones and stuff. But, well, with that said, we're going to be able to exchange these two. Loading speed, is there going to be a difference in that too? Yes, indeed. Very, very nice. And, I mean, emissions are still kind of bad, but, well, that is what it is. Okay, beautiful. So, that is all those airplanes swapped out then, and hopefully, with a little bit of lag and an autosave here, hopefully that is going to mean that this crazy volume of passengers is eventually going to somewhat go down. On the other hand side, it could just mean that there's more passengers coming, because those who were kind of disgruntled by the demand issues are now coming, and that's quite a significant amount of trucks. Oh yeah, we had that issue in the last time, remember? Where none of the fuel is actually getting delivered because we don't have a fuel delivery line. Well, we have those trucks now, and in theory, I think the train should start filling up on fuel sometime soon then. I turned it around right here, and we should be, what is that, pedal down there? I hope it's not, no, it's Basingstoke, isn't it? It's Basingstoke. Okay. We are apparently still not accumulating fuel to be delivered there, which I don't quite like. Let's double check that maybe for a start. So we've got fuel delivery Basingstoke right here, right? We've got those trucks. Can these trucks, for a start, can they transport fuel? Let's go to the road depot and find out maybe. So, buy vehicles, we've got these, all cargo. Okay, I mean, simple as that, right? So these are able to transport fuel. Now, the fuel delivery line goes into Basingstoke, and the delivery is apparently right here. Is it? Yeah, I'm just looking at the wrong line, but delivery is right here, I think. Now, the question is that where we need the fuel? It is. So, that part of the whole delivery line should honestly be quite correct. That is still in range of that, and I mean, we've got a decent terminal here and everything, so I'm not quite sure that should all be fine in my eyes, right? All this delivery part here is now somewhat fixed, and if we go back up here, I don't quite get why. I honestly don't get anymore at this point why it is not starting to stack up fuel. Maybe it's just because the changes happened that recently, but you can see, I mean, all the other delivery lines are getting a lot of fuel stacked up in them. Just the fuel Basingstoke thing is not proceeding whatsoever. I really don't like this. I mean, the shipment rates are also not really quite where we need them to be, and the train is coming in, and there's no fuel stacked up for it. Why does this not show a line? Why does this not show a line? Do you see what I mean? There's no yellow line here. Oh? The line is broken. Okay, so we start in Colburn North and we go to Basingstoke Exchange. Could not connect to Ulst. Am I going for the wrong terminal here? I probably am I not? Which terminal is this? How do I find out? Or... like this. 9. God. Seriously? Game, why? I mean, come on. You could have kind of deducted that for yourself, couldn't you? Well, anyways, that's the terminal now fixed, and that hopefully means that we will now finally get to deliver some fuel here. When that will happen, though, I don't know. Shipment rate is going up, though. So, it does mean that we will be able to deliver some fuel whenever some fuel actually gets stacked up here. I don't know. Like, we'll probably have to turn around the train again, or maybe we'll just wait for this to fill up a bit more. But look at this! That is nice. That is actually really nice. There's so much cool stuff here. We've got new trucks, which is going to be great. I hope that's going to be with more capacity and more speed and all, so we can maybe get rid of a few that we were using thus far and, you know, lower the overall lag on the map, hopefully, you know. New locomotive, new plane, yet again, which is kind of crazy because I just invested like 15 mil or something into modernizing my aviation fleet, and now there's even another one. And, well, it was a new ship or something too, I think. But, well, first things first, this thing seems to be upgrading now, which is great. Because we were really needing that to hopefully satisfy the demands in the region, and we'll actually be able to use all the oil that we deliver here too. So that's quite the milestone for us, I think. Like, this fuel refinery is quite essential to the growth of a lot of the cities in that region, so that's very nice. That said, I think we got to look at a few things here, right? For a start, we've got these trucks here still, which is actually... No, I think that's the one that we're using, but just in the open configuration, because it can probably transport a few more things. So we've got 20 trucks here, right? Let's look at this truck thing. So these are the ones we're currently using, 8 capacity, 40 kilometers an hour only. Now we've got these, though, which the dump truck I cannot use, the tank truck I cannot use, this one I could. 50% more capacity, 50% more speed, and a replacement cost of 4 million. So I think we can do that, especially since we probably don't need to replace all of these. We can probably just sell a few of them. Like, given that we've got kind of 50% more on 2 different performance metrics, I should at least be able to get rid of like a good third of them. So no, now I misclicked. But like, if I said I just want to keep like 14, which is even more than a good third of them, that would be 2.8 million to replace, just like that, with a snap of a finger. And then we can get rid of the others, and hopefully that should mean that we still have the capacity that we need. So let's try that. It's also going to declog the traffic a bit. It's going to make, you know, the spam of trucks a bit less bad for us, hopefully. Look at these new trucks. Looking kind of cool, aren't they? So, also, you know, actually using more of the speed potential of this line. Let's go and speed up time a bit. Wait for this whole frequency stuff to adjust. We've got 400 needed right here in terms of wood. And we will go to line statistics, and we'll go wood Colburn here. So we've got a rate of 556. We can probably get rid of a few more then. We only need 400. We've got a town with a population of at least 750. I think that is Space City we are being shown right there. Absolutely grown massively yet again. I'm not even spending much time not looking at it, and it still grows in I don't know, at lightning speeds. But with that said, I think we can sell a few more of these then. Let's sell another 2. Let's see how the rate looks. Wood, Colburn, 517. We need 400, remember. So yeah, this upgrade is going to be significant for us, because we can sell another 2 and we will probably still be very fine. We've got Wood Colburn 443. I'll leave it at that, just to have a little bit of surplus, just in case, you know. But that's very nice. We just get rid of 10 trucks while still staying at the same frequency. Like, I think even in terms of maintenance and stuff, that's probably going to be advantageous for us in terms of profitability. And at the same time, we just get to lower lag and everything, which is really nice. Like, very, very nice indeed. I mean, we've got 16k here, we've got 36. Maybe we're paying a tad bit more, to be honest. I'm not sure. But one way or another, regardless, I don't really mind. I think this is very, very good for us, and I'm happy to have that somewhat change. And we can probably look at changing this in a lot of different cities now, because honestly, I mean, the more trucks we're using to deliver the goods, the more of, well, the more lag on the one hand side we get, but also the more emissions we will get, which is, of course, kind of a bit of an issue, because, well, emissions slow city growth. So the more we actually modernize that, the better for us. On the other hand side, we've got these planes here, and we should probably check that out once more. Now, we don't have the money, probably, to actually modernize that a second time instantly, but I still want to kind of check it out. So, Douglas DC-3 here, flying at 331 kilometers an hour at the same capacity, though. Okay, so it's not that crazy of a step up. I mean, it kind of is, because, you know, it's like 60% more speed, which is still going to improve our transportation speed by a good bunch. The thing is, though, that it's like 50% more maintenance, too. Not sure we should go for that, to be honest. I think we're going to keep it at the current status quo and just see, for a start, how passenger numbers develop. As you can see right here, we're at 63 right now for Basingstoke, so it seems to be falling quite rapidly regardless. So I don't think we necessarily need that. But what we do need, and what we do need to do, I think, is this whole truck thing. So let's look at our current frequencies for some of these lines. We have got this one here, which should be Tools Basingstoke. We've got 177 of a rate here. And we've got Planks, Tools, I think we're shipping 132. Because Basingstoke is kind of the only city we're shipping to at the moment. We only need 148. So I guess we don't really need that much more of a capacity right here. So what we can do, so we can manage the vehicles of Tool Space City. Wait. No, not Tool Space City. What in the world? Tools Basingstoke. So we've got 10 vehicles right here. I think if we upgrade like a solid 4. Let's upgrade 5. If we upgrade 5, just to make sure that we've got a bit of extra capacity in the future when we need it, when the city actually starts growing, especially with the fuel now coming in, right? We're going to replace 5 with these new tarpaulin trucks that we have, and we are going to go and grab the others and just sell them and get some of that spam off the roads. Absolutely beautiful. This is what I was looking forward to all along, because honestly, we've got so many trucks on the roads. The more we can get rid of, the better the whole lag on the map thing will hopefully become, and also, you know, the better the emissions will become, which is also going to be a good bunch of a bonus. Now, then we have this other line out here that we just made, literally, for the fuel delivery in Basingstoke. Now, this is at a rate of 173 with 6 trucks, I think? Is that 6? Or is there more hiding behind somewhere? No, fuel delivery, Basingstoke, 6 trucks. We're going to go and grab 3, upgrade the 3. We're going to get rid of the other 3. Actually, we can even just make this a tank truck. Get a bit more capacity out of it, which is beautiful. At not really much of a difference. I mean, yeah, maintenance is going to be a tad bit more, but I think it's fine, it's fair. Like, we've got a bit of capacity, as I said, for when the city grows. We don't have to look back every 5 minutes, so I don't want to just, like, min-max every little bit of it, because in the end it's going to mean more maintenance work for us. But with that said, we can then get rid of 3 of these, and that is beautifully done. Now, we've got the trams out here. I'm not sure if we have maybe, like, new tram models and stuff, too. I haven't looked back at it for a while. We kind of do. But I kind of don't think I want to invest in that. Like, the blue tram, I think, is pretty decent for the time being. So we will leave it at that for now. And that's, like, the trucks in this whole city done. There's going to be more, though. Like, a lot more to take care of. Like, Basingstoke doesn't have any, but Colburn, we've got, like, 1 or 2 delivery lines here, too. I'm pretty certain. For one, we've got the fuel delivery line in Colburn, which we can certainly tinker with a bit. Fuel line Colburn, 118 of a rate. Okay, we only need 92. Wow, that's a pretty low demand for Colburn. I honestly would have thought that Colburn would have grown more at this point, but it's really not growing that crazily. I guess it's got a huge ton of emissions going on that's really holding it back, but well, I mean, we will slowly start working on that now, I suppose. So, fuel line Colburn. We've got 6 trucks. We only will need 3, I think. In the future, we'll do it the same way right here. So, let's go to fuel. No, not food. Fuel. We've also got food Colburn, which you should probably look at. But fuel line Colburn, we will go and grab 3 of these. We will make it the fancy new trucks. and we will grab the other 3 and just sell them off. Beautiful. That is another bit of emissions taken care of. Now, as I said, I think there's like food delivery truck coal burn. Yes, indeed. We've got 4 of these, which seems quite excessive for the small... Yeah, 168. We need like 100. So, well, the thing is, I think 1 is going to be too little. So we're going to have to keep it at 2 one way or another. Let's upgrade to making sure. Future-proofing as well. That's fine. We're going to do that. We're going to go and unselect that. Select these. We're going to sell these. And that is like 6 trucks in total. 5 trucks gone from the streets of Colburn, which is a good start, I would say. Other than that, I mean, we probably need to kind of work on the trains that are going to and leaving from here in terms of emissions as well. But that's something we'll do on a later stage. Also, we have no locomotives. I just want to look at these real quick. We're not going to buy any new locomotives. For one, we've got this thing here, which is kind of cool, because that's like... That is literally the train that I imagine I would like to take and use on my mountainous ravine train line if we were to make one. Because that is literally, well, the train going through the Swiss Alps. So... kind of cool. 125 kilometers an hour with passengers, which honestly is actually kind of revolutionary for us. No, we've got BC4 cabins apparently at this point, which I don't think we're using just yet, but those can go up to 120 kilometers an hour, which is kind of interesting. Maybe something we want to look into in the future. Like, I'm pretty sure we're using these here mostly at the moment, and we've got this Class A4 thing too, which goes 145 kilometers an hour. Not bad at all. I feel kind of scammed right now, though. Do you guys see this description here? On July 3rd, 1938, the 4468 Meier locomotive set the world speed record for steam locomotives and 201.2 kilometers an hour, which is still valid today. 201.2, you say, yeah? So why does this tell me 145 then? I feel scammed. What in the world? Well, anyways, so... I don't know. Lots of interesting things, honestly. I'm not quite sure where to go next here. Like, I think we can probably up our investments in passenger transport a bit. Because, well, we can speed up the trains a bit more, probably. Especially since I do think I've got some of these that are a bit slower still. Well, this one here is probably going an easy 100 kilometers an hour. But I'm not sure I've actually modernized all my train lines. So we may want to look at that in the future as well, but for the time being we're going to go across the country and just kind of look at all the trucks that we're using thus far. We've got this truck line right here, which is, I think it's delivering food and fuel, if I remember, so that is quite the job right there. Now, this is it. It's called Food Delivery Darley Dale, but I'm pretty certain that it also delivers the fuel for the city, which I'm not actually sure that that is the best way to do it, if that's like all in range. We're not really covering half of the city with the fuel delivery stuff. Should maybe redo that, to be honest. Look at that fuel delivery. We should redo this approach. So we're going to redo that approach real quick. We're going to go and place a delivery hub right here, which we are going to use for the fuel, basically. We're going to go and make a new line from Darley-Dale South to here, which we will call Fuel Delivery Darley-Dale, basically. And then we will kind of have to just scope for the frequencies and stuff. So... for a start, we've got like a needed food frequency of 136. Let's think about future-proofing. I'm going to make that a bit higher. We currently, with food delivery Darley-Dale, are at a rate of 279. Yeah, because of course we were kind of looking to use it for both the food and the fuel, which now kind of transpired that doesn't work out too well. So, with this thing, we can... not half the frequency, but I think, right... given that we've got 250% increases in the new trucks, basically. If we were to only upgrade half of this, we would stay at about the same rate, even a bit more. So, I think How many are these? 12. I think if we take 3 and upgrade those and sell the rest, I feel it should be more than enough. And we're going to get so many vehicles off the road. Like, we're going to grab another 3, of course, for the fuel delivery. But we're going to get like 6 trucks off the road. I think that's the way that we will do it. So let's give that a try. We're going to replace those 3. We're going to grab all the others. That, and that. And we're going to sell them. And then we're going to go to the road depot out here. And we're going to buy like 3 of these tank trucks. And we're going to assign them to fuel delivery Darley-Dale. And I think that, honestly, this may change quite a lot in terms of speed of city growth as well. Because thus far we were not really delivering all the fuel that we could have. So, could be kind of nice. And especially since, like, we were going to upgrade this thing soon. This has actually upgraded. Look at this huge fuel refinery. This has actually upgraded to level 3 now. And, well, production, shipment, transport indicators all need to go up. So, that's going to be interesting. And, hopefully, just hopefully, we can make Darley-Dale grow a bit faster and make a good bunch more money ever after. But okay, with that said, I think the time for this episode has unfortunately come to an end. There's going to be a bunch of truck delivery lines that we still need to work on, and hopefully a good bunch of trucks to get off the map too. Maybe we can then also look at the ships we were thus far using for our wood delivery line, make that a bit more efficient, make a bit more money off that. So, I don't know, there's a ton of things on the list, as usual, in the free play mode on Transport Fever 2. I hope you're all looking forward to the next episode. For today, this has been it, though, so I hope you all enjoyed it. As usual, if you did, please make sure to hit that like button down below. That does always help the channel out a ton. And if you're new around here and haven't done so just yet, also, please consider hitting that subscribe button right down below, as well as that bell icon to stay up to date on all the future upcoming episodes. And with all that out of the way, as usual, everyone, thanks so much for watching, and I hope I'll catch you in the next one very, very soon. Ciao.